A rarely seen letter written by Princess Diana just 2 days after her wedding to Prince Charles has surfaced, offering a heart-wrenching glimpse into the early days of her royal life and the profound loneliness that accompanied it. Now poised to be one of the most coveted items at Princess Diana's Style in a Royal Collection, a major auction presented by Julien's Auctions, the handwritten note is part of a dazzling array of more than 300 personal items once belonging to the late Princess of Wales. Set to open on June 26th at the Peninsula Beverly Hills, the exhibition weaves together fashion, history, and deeply personal artifacts from Diana's extraordinary life. Among the gowns, accessories, and regal memorabilia, it is this modest yet emotionally powerful letter, dated July 31st, 1981, that stands out. Written on Buckingham Palace stationery and addressed to Mark Simpson, a young footman in the royal household, Diana's words are disarmingly intimate. "Dear Mark," she wrote in elegant cursive, "I just wanted to thank you for all your kindness and patience you've showed towards me since I moved into BP. My stay was made so much easier by your company as it was so terribly lonely. Plus we had so many laughs. For that, I can't thank you enough." She continues with a light-hearted mention of her wedding dress and jokes about upcoming royal duties aboard the royal yacht Britannia. But the emotional undercurrent is unmistakable. What reads as a thank you note is, in essence, a quiet cry from a 20-year-old woman grappling with isolation in the gilded cage of royal life. "How am I going to cope without my bowls of cereal?" she laments, wistfully referencing the comfort of familiar routines now replaced by royal formality. Martin Nolan, co-founder and executive director of Julien's Auctions, reflected on the significance of the letter during a preview of the collection. "This is one of my favorite pieces," he said. "It's a deeply personal insight into Diana's transition from young bride to royal icon. It reveals how unglamorous and emotionally taxing that shift was for her, despite the world celebrating her as a princess." Nolan adds that Simpson, a contemporary of Diana's, offered her brief reprieve from the suffocating solitude of palace life. He cheered her up. They shared laughs. That kind of friendship was gold to her in those early days. The letter is just one of many remarkable items up for auction, each telling a story about Diana's life, her generous spirit, and her evolution into a global style icon. Also included in the collection are several handwritten notes, rare fashion pieces, and legendary gowns. Some items are returning to the public eye after decades. Others are being unveiled for the very first time, all imbued with Diana's timeless elegance and humanitarian heart. In addition, one show-stopping item is the 1986 Catherine Walker falcon gown, a stunning evening dress adorned with an embroidered motif of falcons in flight. Worn by Diana during an official tour of the United Arab Emirates in Saudi Arabia, it exudes diplomacy, grace, and sophistication. Originally sold during Diana's own landmark 1997 charity auction, held just 2 months before her tragic death, the gown was part of a collection of over 70 dresses she auctioned at the urging of her son, Prince William. That sale raised more than $3 million for causes close to her heart. Some of those dresses she'd given to friends, Nolan shares. She called them up and said, "I need that dress back." And they gave them back without hesitation. That's the kind of person she was, loyal, funny, and incredibly generous. Beyond fashion and fanfare, this collection shines a light on Diana's quiet acts of compassion, many of which remained private during her lifetime. There are no coats in this auction, Nolan notes. Why? Because Diana gave them all away. In the freezing cold of January and February, she'd have her staff drive her around London, where she'd find homeless people and hand them her coats. No cameras, no spectacle, just kindness. Her famed Lady Dior purse, gifted to her in France in 1995, is another highlight. Known then as the Chauchu bag, it was a prototype pulled from Dior's archives after Bernard Arnault insisted the princess receive the refined lambskin version. The bag, which Diana was photographed with in Argentina, helped launch the now iconic Lady Dior name, a tribute to her. Today, that bag retails for around $7,000, if you can find it, Nolan says. This one, worn by Diana herself, is expected to fetch between $20,000 and $40,000. though we expect bidding to soar. As Diana's fashion sensibility evolved, so did her role in the world. While she remained fiercely loyal to British designers, such as Catherine Walker, she began embracing global couture, a strategic shift guided by advisors who saw her not just as a royal figure, but as a global cultural force. She started wearing Chanel, Dior, Givenchy, Versace, Nolan explains. She wasn't just a princess, she was the style icon of her generation. In many ways, this collection is a celebration of Diana's multidimensional legacy. Royal and rebel, style icon and humanitarian, mother and global symbol of compassion. Each item, from her handwritten notes to her couture gowns, offers a window into the life of a woman who remained relatable even in the rarefied air of royalty. Princess Diana's Style and a Royal Collection opens June 26 at the Peninsula Beverly Hills. It is more than an auction. It is a tribute to the woman who changed the face of royalty forever. Not with power, but with grace, vulnerability, and an unyielding heart.